Alright, let's dive into this. Imagine a single oil refinery in Saudi Arabia being hit by a drone, and suddenly the entire Middle East teeters on the edge again. That's the chaos we're dealing with here. But here's the thing, this isn't just about drones or oil fires. It's about power plays, unmet demands, and a region that's basically a chessboard for global superpowers. Personally, I think the Houthis attacking Aramco's facility isn't just retaliation, it's a message. They're flexing their muscles, proving to Iran's rivals that they're not a spent force, even after years of war. And Saudi Arabia? They're stuck in a nightmare where every attack chips away at their energy dominance. But let's not kid ourselves, this is way bigger than Yemen. What many people don't realize is that Iran's latest demands to reopen the Strait of Hormuz are less about diplomacy and more about leverage. They're holding the world's oil supply hostage, plain and simple. By tying the strait's reopening to the US, correcting its behavior, which includes compensating Iran for war damages, and lifting sanctions, they're playing the long game. In my opinion, this isn't negotiation, it's a calculated gamble. If the US blinks, Iran wins. If not, the region burns. And the Pentagon's rush to boost weapons production. That's not just about arming soldiers, it's about preparing for a conflict that's already simmering. They're racing to replenish missile interceptors and stockpiles, but here's the catch, modernizing the military for a war that might never come could drain resources from other global priorities. A detail I find fascinating is how Oman's quietly brokering this potential Hormuz deal. Why Oman? Because they're the only Gulf nation with enough trust from both Iran and the West to even try. But if this deal collapses, which it easily could, the consequences are terrifying. We're talking oil prices skyrocketing, global shipping grinding to a halt, and a US-Iran showdown that could spiral into something apocalyptic. Here's the deeper question, why now? The Houthis' timing, Iran's demands, the Pentagon's panic, all of this feels coordinated. Maybe Russia's distracted by Ukraine, or China's pushing for a multipolar world, giving Iran an opening. But what if this is just the start? If Yemen's civil war reignites, we're looking at a humanitarian crisis doubling down. And the Strait of Hormuz. It's not just a choke point for oil, it's the world's economic lifeblood. If Iran keeps it closed, the ripple effects will hit your gas pump, your grocery bill, your entire economy. So what's the solution? Diplomacy? Sanctions? Or do we just brace for impact? I'll leave you with this, history remembers empires that navigated crises, and those that collapsed under them. Which side of that line will the players here land on? Let me know what you think in the comments. Because trust me, this isn't just a Middle East problem. It's everyone's problem.